Boy, it's been a long time since I went back to the 50s, 60s. Today we're reacting to the Animals. Never heard of them. Um, it's been a very long time since I reacted to a group or an artist from the 60s. I would say the last person would have to be Tom Jones. Um, but if for those who've been rocking with me for a minute now, we was doing the Bee Gees, the Righteous Brothers. We did Janis Joplin. We was on like a nice 50s, 60s run, and then we got into rock, and then we've been going a little bit more modern in recent history. But I mean, I've never heard of the Animals. So because this is our first reaction and our first introduction, I would love to know who and what I am looking at. So we're going to do a little bit of research. The Animals. Let's see what we got here. The Animals are an English rock band formed in Newcastle upon Tyne or Tyne in the early 1960s. The band moved to London upon finding fame in 1964. The Animals were known for their gritty. I don't think I've heard that term used for a lot of 50s and 60s groups and artists. They're known for their gritty, bluesy sound and a deep voice frontman, Eric Burdon, as exemplified by their signature song and transatlantic #1 hit single, "The House of the Rising Sun." Okay, so what we reacting to, as well as by hits such as, why did they frame it like that? As well as by hits such as "We Gotta Get Out of This Place," "It's My Life," "Don't Bring Me Down," "I'm Crying," CC Rider, and "Don't Let Me Be Misunderstood." The band balanced tough rock edge pop singles against rhythm and blues oriented album material and were part of the British invasion of the U.S. Gotcha. They consider rock, R&B, blues, psychedelic. Wow, it says they're still active. Oh wow, okay. They were signed to Columbia, MGM, Atlantic, Decca. Somebody just I never heard of Decca. Okay, Decca, Jet, IRS. The IRS? The IRS. That's the name of the label? The government, the tax IRS. They got a label? Nah. Ain't no way a label was called the IRS. Oh, wow. No, I've never heard of them. Wow, they have a lot of members and former members. They underwent numerous personnel changes in the mid 1960s and suffered from poor business management, leading the original incarnation to split up in 1966. Wow. Okay. Altogether, the group had 10 top 20 hits in both the UK singles chart and the US Billboard Hot 100. They later launched brief comebacks in 1975 and 1983. Inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1994. Original lineup of Burden, Alan Price, Chase Chandler, Hilton Valentine, and John Steele. Gotcha. Okay. And I'm gonna assume Eric is the lead singer. Yeah, it said okay. Gotcha. Okay. So this is the #1 song pretty much around the world. "House of the Rising Sun." We have Eric, our lead singer. We'll find out who is who I got the names, but I got to put the names to the faces. So we'll see that as we get into it. And this is the 60s. This is the 60s. So, okay. I'm excited. I got to hear this. I mean, the Legends, 10 top 20 hits, number one. We'll see how many number ones they have, but I never heard of them. So I'm excited to get into this. So let's go.
There is a house in New Orleans they call the rising sun, and it's been the ruin of many a poor boy. In God, I know I'm one.
Real quick, was this in Waterboy? I feel like this is the song. If you ever seen the movie Waterboy with Adam Sandler, oh man, what scene is it? I can't remember the scene. I remember this riff. Oh, I think this is the song. We gonna keep listening, but I love this song. I love how it started. By the way, I love Eric's voice. But we gotta hear. We not even a minute into it, so we still. But boy, does this sound like the song from the Waterboy. I'll know as we get deeper into the song. But if you already picked up or know what I'm talking about, let me know in the comment section. Wow. Yeah, I like that. I like that. They are that example that uh kind of summary of them was perfect. That is, they are a perfect blend of rock and blues. I don't know. It's like anytime an organ is used, or like, just that type of keyboard that produces that sound, it's like it's such a instant blues feel, especially if it's played a certain way. And boy, could this guy play. So now I got everybody names. I need to know who was doing what. Let's see it. Do 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 do. Personnel. Hilton Valentine, guitar, backup vocals. Chas Chandler, bass vocals. Whoa. Why does his name sound familiar? Was he in another group? Alan Price. It says he only, okay. I don't know why I feel like I've read that name before. But Alan Price on keyboards. Yeah. Alan was going nuts. Alan is amazing. It's like the organ was the keyboard was like the staple of the song. I love the way the drummer, what's our drummer's name? I love how he was playing John Steele. I love how he was just lightly just hitting the cymbal. Like everything was simple but effective. Everything was tamed but noticeable. And I think I've said this a bunch of times, in a bunch of reactions, but less is more for me. Of course, I can appreciate when somebody's very expressive and kind of all over the place and doing their thing, but to make good songs or like hit songs, I think I used Old Town Road as my analogy or my example. Like, Old Town Road is a very simple, some people call it stupid song, but you can understand why it was the biggest hit ever. It's because it's simple. Kids love it, old folks love it, everybody loves it. It's just a simple song. So I just love the simple approach. Now, to the song itself, let's do a little bit of research here, because the whole song, Drunk Father, I'm going back to New Orleans, I want to know exactly. Okay, hold. The House of the Rising Sun is a traditional folk song, sometimes called Rising Sun Blues. It tells of a person's life gone wrong in the city of New Orleans. Many versions also urge a sibling or parents and children to avoid the same fate. The most successful commercial version recorded in 1964 by the British rock band The Animals. Gotcha. So a bunch of people have a song called The House of the Rising Sun. It's a folk song. Just out of curiosity, let me see the earlier version. It's Harry Cox, Vance Randolph, Robert Winslow Gordon. Wow, in 1925. House of Rising Sun was said to have been known by American miners in 1905. Oh, wow. Okay. The oldest known recording of the song under the title Rising Sun Blues is from artists Clarence Tom Ashley and Gwen Foster, who recorded it on September 6, 1933. Wow. 1941, there was a recorded version. 1957, there was a recorded version. Whoa. I've never known how to pronounce her name. Joan Baez or Joanne Baez. I've heard of her before. Where have I heard her from? JOANBAEZ. Where have I heard her from? I know her from somewhere. Bob Dylan recorded a version for his debut album in 1961. And then you got the Animals. Okay. Wow. So this is a very popular song. Let me see here. It got a tremendous reaction from the audience, convincing initially reluctant producer Mickey Most that it had hit potential. And between tour stops, the group went to a small recording studio, D. Lane Lee Studios on Kingsway in London, to capture it. The Animals were on tour with Chuck Berry and chose it because they wanted something distinctive to sing. Wow. Okay. I want to know what it... Okay, here we go. Wow, it was number one everywhere. Number one in the U.S., number one UK, 4 in Sweden, 1 in Spain, 2 in New Zealand, 1 in Finland, 1 in Canada, 2 in Australia. Oh, wow. Platinum in the UK. Wow. All right. The Animals. I love, again, the instrumentation was great. The simplicity of it was great. But Eric Burdon's voice, I'm trying to think who I can compare him to. He had a voice that reminded me of He did have a voice that reminded me of somebody. I can't think of it right now. But I really liked his voice. It's a very distinctive voice. You know, it's very unique. It's a raw, aggressive tone, but also soothing to hear. You know, I can't really put the right terms on it, but I really loved his voice, and I would love to hear. And this is definitely the song from Waterboy, by the way. Definitely, 1,000,000%. I would love to hear his voice on another song. So y'all recommend, if y'all enjoyed this video or like the Animals, recommend something else from them. I would love to hear Eric's voice on something else, just out of curiosity, because it's such a it's a really rich voice, but it's very raw, and I don't want to say scratchy or screechy. It's not that at all, but it's like it's just a real aggressive voice. You know, I would just love to hear it on another type of song. So, y'all recommend something else from the Animals, but I like this song. Every time that scene came on in Waterboy, for whatever reason, I always liked it. For whatever reason, never been able to like really put my finger on it, but I always loved that song. So please recommend something else from the Animals. I gotta hear more about them. I gotta learn more about them, and I gotta hear more from them. But as always, like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate y'all for watching. Until next time with the Animals. Peace.